if a human being can tell that, Gabe is Gabe, video, audio, mannerisms, gestures, speaking, accent, blah, blah, blah. Why can't a computer? Like, why can't it? I don't understand. We covered this back at Silence days. It's doable, behaviorally, how you type on a keyboard, how you use your mouse, what programs you use, how you use it. These are all very highly unique to an individual. Why can't we do that? And I just beg the Oktas of the world and others to get more innovative, to drive AI into the solution and don't be part of the problem. Because guess what? And you saw it in a couple of other attacks, but deep faking voices and deep faking videos, this is going to happen. Sure, you can call up a supposed IT admin back who was asking for a reset of their MFA, and you should be able to tell that that's a deep fake. That's not the real individual. But we don't have a unified, trusted system of identity. That's the problem. And that's also why all these phishing attacks work and smishing and all the social engineering is because it's at the core. At the core of it, we cannot trust the identity of the individual tied to what we've stored for the individual. And that's the problem. And I just think AI is a perfect place to apply here. But sorry, I get off my soapbox now.
No, that's all good. There is a bit of a challenge, and just being maybe devil's advocate here. But then there's data collection, right? And then do we really want our biometrics to be collected and used for this authentication? I think at Silence we looked at things like, hey, what devices are near you? Right? Is your phone near you? Is it where it usually is supposed to be, and things like that. So all of that requires data collection, right? And then understanding the traits of the different personas and different people. But then how do you feel about privacy, right? And so it's hard to balance, right? And we need to be careful not to go to extremes, but at the same time, we also want to make sure that we establish some kind of baseline, right? So anyways, I don't have a solution for that, but it's a problem.
Two-factor authentication using DNA, right? That's,
Yeah.
2FA DNA. Well, I think there's something to it. And, us old farts, okay, I'm going to put us into the old fart category. I can tell, yes, we find this stuff creepy as hell, right? But I'm telling you, my kids could not care less. They just could not care less. My 19-year-old, my 20-year-old, my 22-year-old, my 23-year-old, I just couldn't care less. So I think it's a generational thing. As long as it's being used for good, as long as it's being used to prevent the bad guys from exploiting you, I don't see the future generation caring. I don't. I could be wrong.